very earnestly, if you let the art, if the magic ball did not spit out skin names, I think the art team would only make Bastion and Hammond skins.
That's Rin.
Rin, is that they, them, or she, her?
She, her.
Oh, she's here. Oh, you're green. Yeah, come here. Okay, I'm not surprised that you're like the skin guy. This makes sense to me. You're responsible for Dokiwatch?
Yeah.
Oh, please, you can put the headset on. Yeah, thank you. And you'll be able to hear me more clearly if you put it on, because there's like a feedback on the mic.
Guys, it's so loud in here. She's making this look so easy.
Okay, wow. All right, you are responsible for Dokiwatch, among other things?
Yeah, so I'm actually the Mythic producer. That's typically what I do, is I produce the Mythic skins, but I'm the creative director for Dokiwatch.
Okay, I have a question, and I mean this not unkindly. Dokiwatch is so good. How do you come up with the ideas for like the mythic skins?
Yeah, so it's a good question. For Dokiwatch specifically, that was back when we were still doing the mythic skins tied to the seasonal theme.
Yes.
And actually, we wanted to do Magical Girl Juno so badly
that
we were like, hey, Magical Girl Juno equals Dokiwatch. Like,
of course.
The mythic would come first, right?
Yeah.
And we. I'm the mythic producer, but that's considered for Team 4 part of the rewards pillar, and rewards had not up until that point really substantiated an alternate universe on its own without a game mode, right?
Sure,
like we didn't have the muscles for that yet.
Okay.
So the team was like, hey, we want to do Magical Girl Juno. She absolutely has to have like a squad.
Yeah.
Because of course, right? Like that's
and it's great. And now, actually, can I ask? Do you have an idea of like the performance of like battle passes, like how much revenue they're making, how many people are purchasing them?
Yeah.
Do you have access to like those numbers?
Yeah. So we kind of like review that after the fact. We typically pull like 3-day numbers, so like how well something does at the 3-day mark, and then how well something does at the 2-week mark, and that's like representative of how well we think something is going to do overall.
Okay. And did you expect Dokiwatch to be very popular when you made it?
I did.
Yeah.
That is not maybe the sentiment of everybody on the team. It was kind of like a risk for us to do something.
That's very interesting. Do you think so? I'm gonna move you can move it in frame a little bit more if you want.
Yeah. We like each other. We can sit close together. Hello.
I know that bar is kind of short. I'm sorry. So you had this finish, it would do quite well. Others did not. Did it meet your expectations or underperform or overperform?
So for me, because I was kind of shooting for the moon, I think it met my expectations.
Really?
Right?
Okay, because I also have the impression that it probably did extremely well.
It did. You know, not to toot my own horn.
No, please do, because this is Dokiwatch. Overwatch has a lot of girls that play the game, and a lot of people who, are like more feminine in like the FPS space. So it was really freaking nice to see a very girly battle pass, and I think it was nice to see it do as well as it appeared to have done. Was that the best performing battle pass?
So Dokiwatch, because interestingly enough, I consider Dokiwatch to be the mythic skin, the mythic weapon, and then like the bundle, right?
Okay.
It is in our top performing bundles, as well as it is our top performing mythic skin.
Oh, because you had to buy the skins. Like the only one in the battle pass was the Juno mythic, and like then the tracer thing, and like
they're like
but you had to buy them. But it's your best performing bundle.
It's one of the best performing bundles. It's not the best performing.
Did the success of Dokiwatch influence the Hello Kitty bundle?
So I will say that it did change. Dokiwatch conceptually did change how our team views cute aesthetics in our game.
Okay, that's excellent, because Overwatch. And I don't this unkindly. I know that this is like your job, but I don't want to like say like an opinion that is like not true. I hate like the World of Warcraft style. Like I know that it's like a Blizzard thing. I think it's so ugly. And you guys love to make like World of Warcraft style like skins. You guys love to make like the future like samurai like RGB like Japanese like skins.
Yeah.
Why do you guys make so many skins that look like that?
I will say, I think the thing for me so Overwatch, like I was a fan of Overwatch before I worked on Overwatch, right?
Yeah.
So the thing that makes Overwatch so special is what we call like being specific and authentic.
Yes.
Rather than having like a mass generic appeal, we have like specificity. Like, okay, this might not ignite, might not make everyone's heart doki doki in every player, but hopefully it'll be some player's favorite thing, right? And I think the philosophy behind that is that we do get to have things like Dokiwatch, and then we do get to have things that are like kind of a different fantasy.
Okay,
and
yeah.
So that's kind of, at least for skins, like that's kind of like the goal, is that everybody doesn't have to love everything, but I hope that somebody, this is like their favorite thing.
I'll like see like a skin you make and I'm like, this sucks, I don't like it, but like they nailed it. You know what I mean? Like I don't like this. Like, okay, but some skins, I'm very curious about this. Do you guys outsource a lot of skins, right? Like the 3D modeling, the whatever, or is it all in-house now?
So we definitely have like the internal team is large for cosmetics.
Yeah.
When I say internal, I'm referring to the artists that are in Irvine as well as the artists that are in Seoul. We have there's like a Blizzard Korea office, and they work on Overwatch as well. And then they are what we call XDev, which basically means external development.
Yes.
And that can be anything from like a studio that we're partnering with or like a specific contractor that we're hiring.
Okay, but there are like skins in the game that are made by like the concept art, like the 3D modeling, everything that is done by a third party, like non-Blizzard entity.
It's unusual. So like when we talk about, sorry if this is boring. I'm just let me shut
I'm
up.
asking you these questions. Everybody loves it. I promise you, I care so much about cosmetics. Everybody cares. That's
okay, cool. So when we look at a skin, and to be clear, I really truly only work on mythics. I'm speaking to legendaries.
Okay, but you are like in like the company, so you can speak on these with authority.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we talk about a skin, it's very unusual that a skin is given like whole entirety to something. And what I mean by that is it might be concepted by an artist here. It could be modeled by someone else.
Okay, interesting.
9 times out of 10, and by 9 times out of 10, I mean maybe closer to 10 times out of 10. We'll do sound and VFX in-house.
Okay, but everything else, it's all over the place. It's not just one guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not as to say like, oh, this skin is done in-house or this skin is outsourced, because the person that's doing the concept might be like physically somewhere, and then the person that's doing the model might be physically somewhere, and the person that's doing the tech art, which is like the skinning, is physically somewhere. So Overwatch, because we are going for an incredibly high bar of quality, it is never that something is not being like, there's some exceptions of this. It is almost never that it is being like outsourced as a whole piece, because it comes back in for certain checks, as well as our art directors and our art leads are overseeing the whole pipeline, even if it's outsourced.
Okay.
So it's not like, oh, this skin, like we don't care about it, so we're just gonna like ship it out. It may be that like
you don't do that ever.
No, we really don't.
Because there's some skins, right? And you know, again, there's like a lot of skins like I just really hate like the concept, but I do feel like mechanically it's been like nailed, right?
Yeah.
But there's like this weird thing I noticed with skins, and this doesn't affect me. Okay, this is just like an artistic question, where, for example, there will be like a skin where like the character has like a belt buckle on their leg, right? In like a bundle. There's a bundle with this recently, where like and I'll notice like on like theme skins, but maybe there's like a 5-skin bundle, and one character will have like a belt buckle on their leg, and it's 3D, it's bumpy, it has like a mesh that sticks out, and then another character in the same bundle will have like a flat mesh that just kind of sucks, man. Why?
So it just might be that like like I said, the model, it's like different modelers, right? So like it might just be that like the modeler that did that is like a more experienced modeler.
Yeah.
I would also say that sometimes when things are skinned, skinning can really bring things to life. I think we see this really across the board with like if you see something that's like a pet or you see something that's like fabric.
Yeah.
To make that look good takes like effort, right?
Well, yeah. I'm noticing you know, some. But it looks so good when it's done right. So how
looks so good when it's done right, yeah.
How come, like, because you guys like clearly like have like the ability to do things right. Why do you think some skins just kind of drop the ball when you guys have like proven that you know what you're doing?
I would say I think consistently across the board sometimes we have struggled. And again, I'm the mythic producer, so I'm speaking to legendary skins. But what we promised for a legendary skin, we're sometimes inconsistent with.
Yeah.
What a legendary really is a geometry change, and what I mean by that is like it's a modeling change. But sometimes you're like, oh, the pet on this skin might be like skinned really well, and it's like, hey, is that like actually something that's necessarily promised on the legendary skin, or is that something that we've done extra? I will say it feels very. I see the sentiment from the community that it feels very unfair sometimes when it's like a legendary skin for a character you like feels like it like didn't necessarily get the like care and attention, but typically a legendary skin is promised to be a geometry change, and then anything that is like extra is like extra. And I know that doesn't always seem like a very fair answer when it's like the character that you might want is like doesn't feel like it has that extra care and attention, but I think it is we should do better at making sure that legendaries are of a consistent quality, because it sucks when yours feels like it's not as good.
I don't even mean that legendaries necessarily. I don't think that like I also think that legendaries, it doesn't really matter that much anymore, right? Because like loot boxes are in the game, and like you can get like the stuff that you want to get, right? I know like back in the day people were like very upset with like the purple or like the yellow, right? I remember like in Overwatch 1, like the May skin that was like 3,000 coins instead of 1,000.
Yeah.
But is that like a problem? Do people like complain a lot about why is this a legendary? Do you hear that a lot?
Yeah, I mean, I think generally that's a topic, because legendary is like setting the price point, right? So I think that's like generally a topic of conversation.
Yeah.
I think there have been some. I think we could do better with the players to promise like consistency with the legendary skin, so that you know what you're getting, and then if there's something else, it feels like extra rather than something that is like missing from a skin that you like.
Okay. Will we be getting any new like mythic? We got like iridescent aspects, we got gilded aspect. I think those look so good. By the way, there are so many mythics that I don't like that much, and the iridescent, it saves them. They're so good and beautiful. Will we see any more
mythic aspects?
Yeah.
So just. I so appreciate you saying that you like iridescent aspects.
Good.
That was actually another thing that the team was like not sure that it was going to do well.
I'm so surprised, because like there's so much estrogen in this game, and so many people that like like love like girly stuff. I'm so shocked that there's pushback.
I'm also an iridescent enjoyer.
Yes!
I currently have Heart of Hope iridescent Juno on. So
yes, I'm so glad that you're on the team. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm so appreciative of that. But when we put iridescent out, there was an idea that like gilded was maybe a little better because it had a mass appeal. But as I said earlier, my philosophy is like we want variety, right? So like if you and I love iridescent, I'd love to do something else that somebody else loves.
Yes,
right?
of course.
I will say, following the pattern that we've had previously, we had done the gilded aspect, which was kind of a test of aspects. We did iridescent, which was kind of like the art team's like, this is it.
That was the good stuff, bro.
When CC concepted that one, there was a couple, and we were like, it's that one.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's that one for
Wonderful.
sure. So I will say, if you follow the trends, it does seem like we are due for a new mythic aspect. So if there is one coming out shortly, I'd love to hear what you guys feel about it and how you feel like it compares to iridescent.
Okay, question. What is the worst performing mythic skin in the game? As in, like, the least people have bought it, people don't like it.
I think Megan would be upset if I revealed that information.
Come on.
I think Megan would be cross with me. But
It's Cassidy, right?
I will
it's
say
ugly. He's not wearing a shirt. It looks. Why isn't he wearing a shirt?
I will say that I think for mythics that don't match the hero fantasy, we see underperformance. So we definitely have to make sure that we feel like the mythics theme is aspirational and matches like the hero fantasy. And what I mean by hero fantasy is like the personality and also the play style.
Why are there so many shirtless men in Overwatch?
They're actually really didn't used to be. We kind of started that trend with
Why
Reinhardt.
are there so many shirtless men in Overwatch now? Why do you keep taking those shirts off?
Well, I haven't taken that many shirts off for mythics.
How many shirts have you taken off?
Does Reaper count in Anubis?
Oh my god, he's not wearing a shirt in Anubis either. I didn't even think about that.
He has a tail too. That's crazy. They let us do that. It's crazy business what they let us do sometimes.
So I'm not gonna get blacklisted. That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Guys, she's perfect.
I'm perfect.
Yeah, she's
I'm not
perfect.
sorry anymore.
She doesn't
I'm
have to
doubling
be.
down.
Women shouldn't apologize.
Thank you. Where did it start? Oh, that's an excellent question. Do you want to respond to that one right there?
Sure. Where do they start with the skin making process? Like, do they start from a prompt or is it for freeform? Okay, so for mythics, if it's okay if I respond for mythics. For mythics, we start with a hero selection, so it's not up to the art team to decide who actually gets the mythic skin. We start with
how do they decide?
The people that have to make uncomfortable revenue decisions.
Okay, do they put like a bolt and the bolt that comes out, that's who they make the skin for?
That would be hilarious. That would
but
be
it's
funny.
Not the case.
It's not the case. Yeah.
Okay, if it's a revenue decision, then why did it take so long for Mercy to get a mythic?
Well, she got for vengeance. You mean?
Oh my gosh, this is Mercy's second mythic.
This is Mercy's second.
Oh my god,
she's finding out
it
in real
really
time.
is a revenue decision. I understand.
So when the magic ball produces in this alternate universe in which the magic ball produces who gets the mythic skin.
Okay.
But we get the ball. Ball gets handed to my team. We do 4 ideations for theme concepts, right? And they can be. We try to do different things, so like they all should be aspirational, but some of them are whimsical, some of them are grounded, which kind of means like it's not that much of a deviation from the character's hero fantasy. And then we do like one crazy thing.
Oh, okay. Well, what would be an example of a crazy decision that you've made?
I think the Junkrat one's buck wild, to be honest.
Cool. Love the Junkrat
Yeah, me too.
one.
For real, for real. Yiming, the concept artist, he cooked. No notes.
I know the Vulture like loves it. Mythic Winton Expo. Okay, I shouldn't read that out loud. This is an interesting question, and I think this is relevant to you. They asked the Orisa Mythic weapon. Oh, I love, by the way, I love like the girly stuff.
Thank you.
It
I wish more
has.
people did.
It's really good. People love it, but it's hard to tell when it's overheating, right? Like it can affect it. And I think this is a thing that happens with Overwatch skins. I remember a long time ago they made like the jazzy Lucio skin, and chat. Who was like the Lucio player that he would like? I don't remember. Okay, they added like basically just for him, but the audio is like so annoying, right? No, not Rack Attack, bro. The audio, it might have been Frogger. The audio was so annoying. Or they add like the Orisa Mythic, and it's just kind of DBS. Thank you. And it's hard to tell what's going on with the Mythic skin on. And somebody pointed out that like galactic weapons. Is that your like
I don't
umbrella?
do galactic weapons. Yeah.
Sorry, but there's like galactic weapons and like old Overwatch 1 skins that came out like 7 years ago. They just look kind of weird, like with galactic. Are you guys ever going to like fix problems that the community addresses, like with skins, like not being able to turn the music off, or the Orisa weapon being hard to read, or galactic weapons like looking weird on some older skins?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely, the best thing, like if people see something and they don't like it, honestly, I know people don't like this answer, but the best thing is to like do a bug report in the forum.
Yeah.
You would be shocked by how much I read those.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you actually take action on them though? Because you said that it's multiple teams are working to bring these skins to life. Does that make it difficult to update them or to engage with them?
So two things. Is it some? So I'm like in charge of the art team, right? So I'm only responsible.
Oh, you're in charge of the art team.
For Mythics.
You're the boss. She's the boss.
I'm the boss for the Mythics for art. So things that are in my jurisdiction are things like modeling and things like animation and things like sound. It's not everything, right? If it's a shop issue, it's not something that my team can necessarily solve.
Okay.
However, we do look at things that players are talking about for Mythics. Something that we just looked at really recently was for the Doomfist Mythic.
Yeah.
When he's like punching up. That doesn't read as well on the red variation as it does on the blue and green variations.
Oh, interesting. Have you done anything about that?
So the problem is when we content lock, we're content locking for seasons months before y'all are seeing it. Like months before y'all are seeing it. So I can put a fix in the next open branch. So it might seem like we aren't taking action as quickly as possible, but it's very often the fact that...
No.
Would you like me to take an order for you and bring it back in here?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, well, I don't know what food they have, though. I've never had it out before. Okay, do they have chocolate shakes?
I don't think they have shakes.
Aww. Okay, I know this is kind of crazy, bro, but can I just get like a burger patty and like some French fries, like with like no bun and no sauce or anything?
Yeah, just plain burger.
Just like a patty, yeah. Yes, please. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, I will say that we do fix things. I think there's an idea that we're reacting to things really late. I think we are putting it in the next branch that is available, and sometimes that might feel like it's really late. Like great example, season 1, we've already passed like mid content lock, right? So like if I was going to try to fix something, it would have to then be going into season 2.
Interesting. Not season 2, not season 3. How long is the content lockout normally? How many months ahead of that?
Well, typically it's a very long time. Season 1 we did up until the very last minute, so it was a very short amount of time. But we are reacting to things. I am reading bug reports. It might seem like an unsatisfying amount of time for us to fix them, and I apologize for that. It's just kind of the nature of the way that our game works because we are so cross-platform.
Okay, now you said Dokiwatch, it performed to your expectations, right?
Yeah,
but it overperformed other people's expectations.
Yes, that's definitely true.
Did that influence the Orisa Mythic coming in the game?
The Mercy Mythic? Or?
The Orisa Mythic.
Oh, the Orisa Mythic. Oh, no. It's really interesting because a lot of people have said to me they feel like the Orisa Mythic is kind of Dokiwatch inspired. It's like capsules, right? So it's like capsule toys or like gambling toys. I don't necessarily think those two themes are tied together. I will say I think we started Orisa so long ago. I actually think that we didn't have the numbers yet for Dokiwatch to go off of it.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Yeah. So
were you in charge of the Orisa one?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So like for example, when we started Juno, the Mercy Mythic weapon, Juno's Mythic weapon, the Mercy Mythic weapon hadn't shipped yet. So I was like, are you guys gonna like little guys on Mythic weapons? I don't know.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So
how did the Mercy staff do?
It was good.
Is it the best performing Mythic weapon in the game?
You know, it's crazy. It's not.
What is?
Guess.
I think the cast, because the fidget spinner.
No. One more guess.
What?
It's a shocking answer, I think.
The best
mythic weapon.
The best mythic weapon. This is like a weapon you buy individually.
Yeah.
Guys, there's no way it's Ash Bear. I do like the Ash fidget spinner a lot.
The Ash one is really good.
Yeah. Did you come up with the fidget spinner, the Ash fidget spinner?
So our animation team did, and we wanted to do for that one, honestly, that theme kind of came out of the concept artist, like very fully formed.
Oh, interesting.
But the animation team wanted to do a prop animation with that, which basically means we do like another thing comes on screen for them to animate with. We did a prop animation for Widowmaker. What people weren't as responsive to, but the
this
Ash one was
because
really good.
you're not going to reload as much as Widowmaker. Where like on Ash, it makes sense. You have like a little bit of downtime.
So much time.
Okay, and so my chat thinks that Ana is actually the best-selling mythic.
So I cannot confirm, but that's an incredibly good guess that it would be Ana.
Wow.
She's
Do
a
you
very
think
high
it's
play
because
rate.
of the Ana fidget spinner?
Yeah, that one, that really resonated with people. It's crazy because that was not our original intention. We were actually worried about doing that because her fantasy is the rifle, right?
Yeah.
Like the sleep gun is like a separate thing. We were like, are people going to like it if it's not on the main weapon? And then guess what? It did really well. And then we started doing more and more of that.
Here's an excellent question. That's very interesting, by the way. Thank you for that information. What is with the disparity in gun models with mythic skins? Like, I love Soja. I'm a Sojourn player. I love Sojourn Mythic. I love like the iridescent aspect. I can't use it. The weapon is like
weapon is big.
It's too big. Like it gets in the way of the game. If you're trying to be competitive, it does not make sense. How does that happen where you have like a mythic that looks so cool that people literally can't use if they want to be competitive?
I will say that could be solved if there were a gun skin that could be equipped with it. I will say that is a little bit of a miss on our part. We do very, very aggressively test the mythic weapons for that. Like we very aggressively tested the Ana mythic weapon. We very aggressively tested the Ash and Widow mythic weapons. We very aggressively have tested some other ones as well. With the mythic skins, I will say that reviewing the 1P to make sure the gun is good is definitely something that we've learned from the Sojo mythic weapon that we should be doing more of.
Specifically from Sojourn, you learned
yes, it's too big. I agree with you.
Okay. That's a good question. Yeah, who decides who's getting the non-mythic? Is it the same people that are...
Sorry, who's getting what?
Who decides like the non-mythic skins? Like, okay, guys, we're gonna make 3 Kiriko skins this season. We're gonna make like 1 Dog skin, a Soldier skin. Who's called us that?
It's the same people that get decided.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you, as a skin designer, ever feel fatigued that you have to make skins for like the same? Because people complain a lot, like, oh, Kiriko gets a lot of skins, and like it's because people are buying Kiriko skins, right? It makes sense. They're like going for whatever. Do you get bored of like Kiriko?
There's only so much like we call it like going back to the same well.
Yeah.
Right. Like if I have to do so many, especially things for the same theme, I do think it like. Sometimes limitations are like challenging and exciting, and sometimes we're just kind of going back to the same well.
Yeah.
I will say sometimes it can push us to find like new and exciting ways to execute on things, but I think people would be surprised by the favorites of the developers having like a lot more variety than maybe the skin picks seem to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately it is just kind of true.
Yeah, it is like a money thing, and that makes sense. I'm really glad Overwatch is free to play now, and I do understand like kind of the price of that is that some characters are gonna get like a lot more priority because that's what's like funding Overwatch.
Can I just say like that's an incredibly like mature answer.
Well,
like,
I think a lot of people for a very long time before Watch 2 was announced really wanted the game to be free to play because I think Gavin was here earlier. He was talking about how like the majority of Overwatch 2 players now are Overwatch 2 players. They never played Overwatch 1, so they don't like know the world in which Overwatch costs $40.
They always say they get loot boxes for free, but like that was not
free.
I mean, I will say there are pains with going. We call it like a box game, is how Overwatch was sold before, down to being a free-to-play game, and the monetization strategy is different, and that does unfortunately mean like skin saturation or like who gets skins is the main method of monetization.
Yeah.
And we do just kind of have data to support that some people are a little bit more top performing than others, whereas before it was a very different monetization strategy. So I like appreciate the nuance of that. I think that a lot of people kind of fail to acknowledge that it's a different monetization
people know.
strategy.
They understand. I think a good word is like acknowledge. They don't want to acknowledge it because they want, it's a business. They're trying to make money. Okay, this is a very interesting question. So Mercy is getting her second mythic skin, right? And that is a thing determined by revenue. Like Mercy players are really enthusiastic about the character. They're spending money on the character. They're gonna keep making Mercy skins so people like buy whatever. The Cassie skin did pretty bad, right? That's like my understanding of it, at least the mythic, in terms of like people like being interested in it. Does seeing that sort of thing, does that make you guys like lean more towards like revisiting that character to try and get it right, or does that kind of like lock Cassie in a box because people aren't really engaging with skin?
That's a really great question. So it's kind of twofold because, so I talked a little bit about this earlier, but so for Mercy, it was like decided that we wanted, when it was decided, they were picking between two characters that the Season 1 Mythic could be for, right? And Mercy was one of them, and another character who had already received a Mythic skin was one of them. So unfortunately, we were in the decision that it was not going to be a character that had not had one already.
Okay.
And the art team, although we don't get to pick necessarily who it gets, we voiced the, hey, Vengeance Mercy is very subversive to Mercy's hero fantasy, right? There are a lot of players that like playing Mercy, that like Mercy's personality and like Mercy's playstyle.
I completely understand.
But
Okay.
don't like Vengeance, right?
Yes.
So
I get
we
it.
were like, it's possible there's more design space, which is what we call it. There's more design space for another mythic to exist in this scenario where she's getting a second. So I think Cassidy is an interesting case if we're saying that he underperformed, which I have.
I'm saying she didn't say anything,
yeah.
but I'm saying like I'm making an educated guess that it is the worst or one of the worst performing mythic skins because he's not wearing a shirt.
In a situation where we're saying that a character has a mythic skin that underperformed, but we still think that they could perform, and it's just a miss on the theme, that could mean that there's design space for a second mythic skin.
Do you feel that the Cass skin was? Do you think that you had Cassie's hero fantasy?
I don't want to speak to that for the art team's perspective.
Okay.
I will say, I think we did the mythic weapon first, which was.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so some characters are really, really suited for mythic skins.
Yes.
Because we are doing an overhaul on all of their abilities, and which is VFX and sound effects. Some characters have a lot more than others. I think Junkrat's a really good example.
Yeah.
He has a lot of visual effects for us to do an overhaul of. Cassidy literally doesn't. He's shooting a gun and rolling. Okay, it's like fundamentally a different kit to imagine. So when they were thinking about having a Cassidy mythic, the art team recommended that we do a weapon because it's additive VFX. So it's like on top of everything that he has already. I think there are some not to fully excuse maybe what went down with the Cassidy mythic, but I will say I think that the art team was very inspired to do a gun and feeling a little bit less design space for the skin.
That's very interesting.
But if we, again, in your words, decide that the Cassidy mythic underperformed because of the skin and not because of the design space or Cassidy or the popularity of Cassidy, that could mean we're in a similar situation of Mercy, is that there's more design space for a second
I really
skin.
appreciate you answering it. I do understand some of these you can't speak to, so I appreciate that.
I think your questions have been really respectful.
On like the topic of hero fantasy, and I think this is making something click for me because I love Sojourn. I play like a lot of hit skin DPS.
Okay.
Right. And the Sanrio collab, like I'm seeing that. And I know that you're not like involved with this, but it's a little bit sad for me because I'm like very like feminine. I'm very girly.
Yeah.
And I really like to express that in the game. But there are some characters who, like I really like who I just don't feel like I get to dress up like pretty princesses.
Okay.
And so, because your like design philosophy when it comes to Mythic is that you want it to like be like in line with the hero fantasy, does that mean that we're probably not going to be seeing any like very girly skins for like these more? I don't want to say masculine because Sojourn is like very much like a woman, but she's very like tough and like ta-da, and she's not going to wear a pretty princess dress. It's not like in her character. Does that mean that sort of thing is off the table?
That's a really great question. My own mother screenshot a Facebook post from a player that said, "Put Sojourn in Dokiwatch," and send it to me.
I wanted
and I was
that
like,
so
"Thanks,
bad.
Mom, for this incredible."
Yeah, thank you, Mom. I agree.
I think Sojourn. So I think your question in particular is like, is a mythic typically going to be in line with the hero fantasy? And I would say yes, because they're getting one so infrequently. That being said, I think legendary skins give us like a little bit more space to play because they're getting them more frequently. I would love to see kind of more things get mixed up in there. I think Sojourn in particular, I think there are some heroes that maybe have just not gotten the opportunity to kind of do those things. I think Sojourn is on our list as one of them.
Interesting. I understand. I think it can be kind of scary to take a character, especially like a woman character, who is not traditionally feminine, and then make them like feminine. I think that could be kind of like awkward or uncomfortable because it's not like all girls like wear makeup or all girls wear dresses or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Sojourn's femininity isn't defined defined by like the shortness of a skirt that she's
No,
wearing,
it's
right?
not.
Like so, but I see what you're saying. Like if I like Sojourn and I like playing Hitscan and I want to see more women kind of exploring that side of femininity.
Yes.
I totally hear you. My mom also hears you. The fan on Facebook that she screenshot also hears you. I would personally love to see more variety in our legendary bundles with the cutesy girls. Like I don't see why Sojourn couldn't be there.
Okay.
Ash and Widow somehow always get to be there.
Yeah,
so
I was very
one day
surprised the Widowmaker
Sojourn
had
should
like
get
the Kuromi.
skin,
That is
yeah.
very interesting to me. And again, I do understand why like some characters don't get like love in this way because it's not. I think you talking about like the hero fantasy influencing mythic skins actually that clarified like a lot for me. But it would be very nice to see like a pretty Princess Cassidy skin, you know, because like there are a lot of like girly Hitscan players who want some pretty girly stuff. Put Bap in a dress. That's what I'm saying. Thank you. That's not gonna happen.
I think Bap is another character that I think we should be. So sometimes I get the feeling that what we find as like aspirational or appealing is very like narrow, and I
Yeah.
think Dokiwatch and other things have pushed us into considering other things. I think Baptiste is one of the characters, much like Sojourn, that I think we should be kind of exploring in these more interesting spaces. I think the Fallen Angel bundle having Baptiste in it is like a really good sign of that.
Yes, I agree. I love that skin. I
Yeah.
think it's so good.
So hopefully, when we put something like that out, if players are receptive to it, we will only see more of it in the future, right? So I know that's such a behavior. Players really
well, no,
have
you're
more
chill.
power.
That's why I
over
said
it.
when Dokiwatch came out, I said I need everybody to buy it.
I need everyone to buy it because
Yeah,
I want to make more
numbers
Dokiwatch.
are leading it.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question. I won't take too much of your time.
All good. Because you have a burger coming.
Mythic skins.
Yeah, what's
Would
up?
you ever do a Genderswap mythic skin?
I don't know that I would.
Oh, really? Now, what leads to you not being interested in that sort of thing? You can get really woke, by the way. We're like, you can be like, I don't want to change someone's gender against their will or whatever. I know Marvel Rivals, I don't know if we're talking about that, but they did like the Loki
Yeah,
skin.
I mean,
but that
Loki
makes
is-
sense.
yeah, Loki
that
makes
makes sense like in
sense.
universe, where it wouldn't really make sense to do like Estrogen Doomfist necessarily. But you're pretty opposed to it. You would never do it?
I think, like, again, I think we do try to, like, faithfully represent, like, the hero fantasy.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, changing something that is, like, so fundamentally about them. Like, for example, there were more, in earlier days of Overwatch, there were more skins that changed character skin color. That's like not something that we do as much anymore
Oh,
because
really? Okay.
we want to make sure that the character is faithfully represented.
Right, but you're talking about like Widowmaker skins making her paler, or like the Sim skin making her blue or whatever. We're not
yeah.
talking about like race swapping or anything.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I'm just talking
okay,
about like.
but even that, you feel that you want to stay away from that?
I do think I want to stay away from that because I want it to be that it's a Sojourn mythic. I don't want it to be that it's like somebody else, right? I want this
Okay.
to be like aspirational for Sojourn. I
Well,
don't
that's
say
very interesting because you guys changed Anna with A59 War God. You completely changed her into like an
to an
Omnic. Do you
Omnic,
think that's
yeah.
different?
I do feel like that's different a little bit. So I don't know that we would necessarily do something as drastic as changing gender. That being said, like, is there a like version where like customization is like more femme presenting or more mask presenting? Like I think that we would totally be open to something like that.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
But I do think that we try not to deviate so much
Snap.
from characters' like core identity, and I feel like that would be one of those things. Especially if you feel like you're only going to get like one mythic or like one mythic every couple of years, like that it would be so drastic.
Yeah.
I'm like fascinated by that conceptually. I wonder. I don't so much look at the other game, so I don't know how responsive people were to
People love
that.
the Loki thing, but Marvel Rivals people are kind of weird. I don't think they liked it for like the reasons that you would want someone to like a skin. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Girl, I don't like that for us.
Yeah. No.
I'm not going to say never, but I think that would be like a little bit too much deviation from a character's like like what it makes them so
That's cool. That
enticing.
makes sense. It's good to hear your perspective. Okay, how involved are you in like collab skins? Like I know that you said like you do mythics and stuff. Are you like involved at all in the process of like the Hello Kitty collab or the One Punch collab or anything?
Can I be honest?
Yes.
Sometimes they need a weeb in the room, and I do get called.
You're a weeb.
Yeah.
Do you like Hatsune Miku?
I do like Hatsune Miku.
What's your favorite song? Or one of them? One of them.
This is so cringe, but the only one I've cosplayed from is World Is Mine, so I feel like
You've
that's.
done a cosplay?
I feel like that's my answer.
So you are the weeb in the room.
I'm the weeb in the room sometimes. So when Amy, who is our absolutely amazing product manager for collab, is like, "Hey, I need a weeb in the room," I earnestly
That's
become the
wonderful.
weeb in the room sometimes.
Personal question. What is your dream Overwatch collab?
Okay. I'm not going to say, because I'm manifesting so hard that I don't want this to be perceived as a leak.
Allude to it. give a hint. Is it an anime thing?
It's an anime thing.
Is it JoJo?
It's not JoJo's. I want it so badly, and so I was in Spotlight last year. I wasn't in Spotlight this year, and I was a nervous wreck about it.
Oh wow!
And when I was very nervous about it, they would hold up a sign that said blank collab to like rally me to like calm down about it, because I earnestly want this so bad, and I am no longer allowed in the collab channel, because when I am in the collab channel, I type the same dang thing over and over again. I want it so badly. I like yearn for it. Nobody else has gotten it yet.
But you're
I
not
think it could be us.
No one has gotten it yet.
I want it. I want it so
really
bad.
Want an anime thing that nobody has gotten yet. What could it?
I want it so bad. It's actually a little earnestly like sad and pathetic how badly I want this. I have one in mind. Do you have one? Which you're like, we have Sanrio now, so like it's pretty crazy.
Now this is a little bit sad, and I don't mean this unkindly. I love Overwatch competitively, but I'm very into like art and like design. And I am like a very harsh critic when it comes to skins. I'm kind of scared for you guys to touch IPs that I like, because
that's so real.
The One Punch Man skins, I don't really like the philosophy of let's make it look like characters are cosplaying. Like the Genji Geno skin, it didn't look like Geno's, bro. I thought it was kind of ugly.
Are you more responsive to like the My Hero Academia ones then, which are kind of philosophically different?
I think that they were better. Now this is like very rude of me. I kind of compare them to Fortnite though, where like I see like these games do like collab skins, and like the My Hero Academia thing was out at Overwatch and Fortnite at the same time, and I'll look at Overwatch and be like, oh that's cool, and then I'll look at Fortnite and like they're perfect, you know.
So you actually earnestly, so I'm clear, want to see more transformative.
One for one like the character, but like I thought the Transformer one actually, I thought the Bumblebee Bastion one was amazing. For some reason, Bastion skins, like you guys are just like geniuses. I didn't like Lego Bastion forever ago, or like Bumblebee Bastion looks so good, but like
very earnestly, if you let the art, if the magic ball did not spit out skin names, I think the art team would only make Bastion and Hammond skins. They love them so much. It's so interesting because you guys seem like so eager to tackle these very difficult characters. Like I know D.va mechs always look crazy. Yes.
Bastion with like all of his moving parts. Do you think that the difficulty of them makes you guys like more excited to work in these sorts of skins?
I think that's true. Also for us concept artists, there's something that's called like people that specialize in hard surface, and I know that sounds silly, but that's like things that are like metal, right? Like things that are like mechs, things that are like guns. We have a lot of very, very enthusiastic hard surface concept artists who prefer doing that kind of stuff to like characters. It might be that we split it up, right? That someone does a mech and that someone does a character. So I think you'll see this like earnest love for hard surface, this earnest love for like metals come across and things like that. There was a very long stretch of time where Hammond got like a weird amount of skins just because the team like
he's so awesome. I love it. It's so fun to see you guys do really weird characters. No, I don't like dislike the Kiriko skins, by the way, or anything. I'm like actually in the camp of like, please keep making more, like, 'cause I want.
Yeah.
I mean, I see like all like the good stuff you guys are doing. I just want like Blizzard to be rich, but like I don't know. It's very interesting how you guys don't shy away from the more complex characters.
I mean, I think Ramattra also like really sings in collabs because he is such a he is like such an intricate design, and I think he really transfers well to that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Do you have a personal favorite hero who you like designing for the most?
Character
this
I like
doesn't even
designing
mythics, by the way. Just like in general, you're like, this is like my favorite character. I love them aesthetically, and I like to engage with them artistically. Who's like your guy?
My guy. Okay. So, can I be honest?
I don't know.
Unironically, a Ramattra Yume Joshi. That's like just kind of true.
You said you're a Ramattra Yume what?
Joshi?
Yume?
Yume, yeah.
Yume like Yume, like a
me and Ramattra.
Oh my gosh! Do you ever get any guys? For those of you who don't know, in the squad, Yume Joshi. Yume is like a self, right? That's what that means.
Like a self.
So she is like in love with Ramattra, basically.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. How do you feel about Ramattra not having a dance emote?
I think we should wait just like a little longer.
Oh, okay.
I think we should just wait. Like, I think Kenny. So sometimes bullying works, and bullying Kenny on Reddit does work.
Wonderful.
And you guys can get what you want out of that.
Okay, guys, please tag more Blizzard employees on Reddit. They like it when you.
Yeah, Kenny promised dance emote, and then we were. I think the players will be happy.
Will he do Gangnam Style? What kind of dance will he do?
That would be crazy.
That would be
crazy.
Mythic dance emotes ever, or any sort of mythic emotes at all?
So right now for skins, the only mythics that we're doing, animation support that we're doing is like the hero select. So, you know, like when the character like loads in the screen. I think players have had a lot of feedback about the quality of that. Animation is interesting because for monetization purpose, animation is sometimes hit or miss for us.
Yeah.
I still think we're finding out where animation monetizes better than others.
Yeah.
So I don't conceptually hate it.
Okay.
When
You'd be willing to work on it, but you're not quite there yet.
I'm not sure what the future of monetizing emotes does. I mean, they obviously very recently tried out universal emotes. Not my team, but another team tried out universal emotes. I think we're still trying to figure out what that looks like for us.
You get to name skins.
So the narrative team gets to name skins, and then for mythics, I get to offer unsolicited feedback.
You probably do a lot of unsolicited feedback.
That's my job, honestly.
Do you think, all right, on the top, since you're so like into RAM, do you think that Ramattra is going to get redeemed? Because I've been hearing some voice lines where like it sounds like they're trying to maybe like whitewash Ramattra a little bit and like make him look not so evil.
That's a really great question.
Is he going to get redeemed?
Your questions have been really amazing.
Hey,
I
you're
feel like
so nice.
that's
I love
crazy.
any of you. I'm so glad you're still here.
So thoughtful questions. Okay, so Ramattra. Right now, our lead narrative designer is Miranda. I think Emre enjoyers are, praying at the altar of Miranda. I also pray at the altar of Miranda. I really trust her with where the story is going this year and beyond. I think Aaron in Spotlight said, "Hey, this is the first one-year story arc," which kind of implies
God,
that next year.
I'm so excited. I thought this was what Overwatch 2 was going to be when it came out.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it wasn't, but we finally got there. It took
We
10
got
years.
there.
We got there. I'm very excited.
So I will say, I think redemption is like a spicy word, right? Because it like implies that like they were doing something wrong and that they have to then change
You think
course.
they were? Ramattra did nothing wrong. You heard it here. You actually think that?
I think rights can't be granted. They could.
That's very
So,
interesting.
like-
See, I always thought Ramattra's philosophy was very interesting, of this like concept that like omnic lives are finite,
Yeah.
and therefore they are much more valuable than human lives. While humans can like, I'm sure like there's like 5 billion plus people like on the planet during like the story of Overwatch 2, right? Ramatra, I don't know how many like millions of omnics there are, maybe only like hundreds of thousands, right? But when an omnic dies, it's GG, right?
Right.
There will be no more. What's it called when like all the omnics like came alive all at once?
It's like the awakening. Or,
Yeah. There will not be another awakening. There will not be like another like Iris, bro. It's just like one and done, miracle of life, boom bang, whatever. And I thought that Ramattra was like a very compelling villain because like it makes sense that he like values the lives of what he views as his people more than human lives. But then I think they made him kind of like one note. And instead of like giving any like source to his philosophy, they just made him brainwash people and be like blanket evil.
Yeah, I think so. This year is like definitely kind of narratively. There's the comic that kind of like Ramattra and Zenyatta have that conversation, right? Of the like, hey, like this isn't the time for me right now. I'd love to see. Grayson saying hello. I'd love to see us get to meet Ramattra a little more.
Yeah.
I think my heart's really open to that. I hope the community's team's really open to that.
Do you actually think Ramattra did nothing wrong though?
Nothing wrong. I think he's in an unfair situation and reacting. Can't say I would have been better at it.
I think Ramattra should be killed in like a chill way. No offense, I'm so sorry. I know it's your pookie.
Whoa, that's crazy.
But like, no,
right in front
I
of
think
my
that
salad.
Ramattra like fundamentally is like an enemy of humanity. You know what I mean? And now they're trying to walk it back. I think, but you want. Okay, so I use the word redemption, but you don't even think that he needs to be redeemed. You
I don't think he needs to be
that he is coming from a place of like, rights have to be fought for. I think it's very interesting you say that.
My opinions are my own and do not represent
Yeah,
Blizzard.
of course.
But,
This is just asking as like a Ramattra stand. Like I'm just interviewing you as a Ramattra enjoyer.
As a Ramattra stan, when I do cardio, I listen to his speech on a 10-hour loop, which is what I have on my phone right here.
Are you serious?
It's his Toronto
Do
speech.
not be afraid. Oh, can you quote it?
My
do
fellow
you have a
Omnics,
bar?
do not be afraid. This is not war. This is liberation. Since our beginning, humans have been frightened of us. I literally listen to it.
That's so interesting.
So sorry to be like super mega cringe on main, but
I love
this.
This is excellent. I cannot imagine the person like made Ramattra like wrote that speech how like jazz they must be that somebody engages with it
Okay.
like that.
Do you want the tea?
Yes.
There was a fan upload, a 10-hour loop of the video. There was
Yeah.
a fan upload of it, and I used to like listen to it. It was like a rip from the game, which is like not a thing that you should do, and I wasn't condoning it. But Blizzard like copyright struck it, and it got deleted, and I crashed out at
Oh
the
my
office.
God.
I was like, I cannot handle this today. Like, I have to get work done. How am I supposed to lock in and do my
That's
job?
so funny.
So I like made a message in the chat, and I was like, whoever copyright struck this down, you like ruined my whole day. I'm so absolutely upset. And Angelica, who's the VFX artist for Mythic Juno as well as Mythic Mercy, was like, I'll come sit next to your desk and like say it to you out loud. And I was
Oh
like,
my God.
I'm cringe enough to take that.
That's wholesome.
incredibly funny. But then Jude, the narrative designer, ripped it out of the game for me and gave me as a
Aw,
file.
is that what the download is?
So
on
that's
your
what the
phone?
download is.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what
Now,
I'm on
what do you think about people who ship Ramattra and D.va?
You know what? You're allowed to curate your internet space however you want, and I'm allowed to block you on Twitter.
Do you block people who ship Ramattra and D.va?
Like, I think everyone should curate their own internet experience.
That's
you know
not the
what
question
I mean?
that I asked.
I think everyone should be able to engage with the kind of fan art that they want to engage
Okay.
with. And if that's your bag, that's your bag.
It's so interesting because you also, in my opinion, are writing Ramattra fan fiction in your head,
my head,
by
yeah.
saying that he did nothing wrong. That is crazy fan fiction. I kind of suspect that the reason that they're trying to whitewash Ramattra and his like evil dark past is so that they can get him together with D.va. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I trust Miranda with my life.
So you trusted and not do that? Is what you said. I don't think it would make any sense, just like for the record. Although I do think that's cute that people like. It's fun when people like take characters and they play with them like dolls and like make them like kiss and stuff. I like that.
Absolutely. I think our players are so much better at that than we are. I love when we, like, I saw, oh God, I can't remember. It was like a double date. It was like Lifeweaver. It was,
And Baptiste with Symmetra in the background doing this. Yeah, I've seen
I think it was like Mauga and Baptiste and Hazard and Lifeweaver on a double date.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, I never would have thought about that. You're so much funnier than me. There's a person that ships Reaper with some dude in Fortnite. I'm like, damn, that's
What?
incredibly based. I
Who,
don't,
like the blonde guy or what?
I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
guys, this isn't canon. She's just talking about like ships or whatever. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Is this not the vibe of your stream?
No, this is. I'm clarifying to them.
Clarifying,
okay,
yeah.
that it's not canon because they're getting confused.
Non-canon, yeah. I don't work on narrative team.
We're just
and this
talking
is
about our
why.
Twitter feeds, guys. Like, if you did work in the narrative team, is there anybody in Overwatch that you would pair up together? Because we were trying to write the Overwatch TV show a while ago, and we really needed a romance subplot, and there's no
dude.
good. Maybe like Ryan and Anna, maybe, but like it's just fun that they're like they don't need to like kiss. Is there anybody that you actually ship and you think should be together in the lore?
If you would have asked me in 2016, I would have had an answer.
Oh yeah. What would have been your 2016 answer?
I was a Spurican in 2016.
A what?
A Spurican, do you know what that is?
No,
It's a Genji and Cassidy enjoyer.
because Sparrow and what's
It's like Shuriken
and Spurs.
Spurs,
Oh
yeah.
my God, that's so interesting, bro. That's so interesting. Okay. What do you? Okay, no,
We've
yeah.
gone truly off the rails, guys. I hope this
do
is
you
the
mind?
content. No, I don't care.
Okay.
This is the Blizzard campus content
Right,
that she
because
came for.
I do know that Cass has shipped a lot with like Hanzo, which is like the older brother of Genji.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just based on their designs, though, right?
Right, but you think that Genji and now Genji and Cassidy, they were like little buddies like this,
Yeah,
right?
in Black-
Because
in
Genji,
Blackwatch.
Cassidy like adopted Genji to be like his little like his little baby.
I think Gabe kind of like took both of them in.
Right, I view
Reaper.
Reaper as like the grandfather, and then Cass is the dad, and Genji is like the little
Whoa,
baby.
Cass is the dad?
Cass is the dad, and
That's
Genji's his little
crazy.
baby, and so Reaper is his grandpa, but like they're not that close.
Is Moira like the
You know what I
vodka
mean?
aunt then?
Okay, but you don't ship anybody now in Overwatch.
In Dokiwatch, I think I would ship. This is an AU, but I
Yeah.
like Mecha Mechanic in Dokiwatch.
Oh, D.va, see, D.va and Brig, that's a pretty common ship as
Pretty
well.
common,
And
yeah.
like, why only in Dokiwatch? Like the scorned, like
Yeah, I mean,
used to be a hero.
there's like that
redemption
one.
arc.
Manda did that like one very beautiful frame of them like
I
forehead
follow
touching.
Manda. Oh my god, I read
She's
her
great.
comic. Her
Oh, Night School?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool that you know that.
Yeah.
Guys, Manda is the artist that makes like Night School, like the vampire and like the werewolf we like raider. Sometimes she make you know she is. Okay. All right.
you
Does
could-
being
you
a
could-
Blizzard employee, does it pay good?
I think we all work on Overwatch because we love Overwatch.
Oh, do you get a bonus if a mythic skin does well?
Me personally,
Yeah.
if I do not.
You don't get a bonus.
No, I mean my team is a team of many, many people. I'm just one person.
Do they get a bonus, like as a collective squadron?
There's nothing like per team like that.
what about the whole team
like
four?
Team 4? Oh, if Team 4 does well, yeah. Together, but like we're like a big group.
That kind of sucks.
I mean, I like working here. I like working on Overwatch.
Don't tell them that, because then they're not gonna pay you more.
That is the problem, guys. If you want to be in game development, they know that you love doing your job.
That's tough. Do they feed you a lot?
Oh, they do feed us, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But,
Okay.
well, they were supposed to feed you, and they haven't yet.
No, they actually brought that. When the
Oh, they
person said
did?
hi earlier, I don't want to eat it right now though. It's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You haven't eaten yet, though.
Well, no, I just want a breakfast, please. I'm like so like, happy to talk to you. I don't. Okay, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, please. Don't leave. Don't leave. Okay. What are the perks of working for Blizzard?
What are the perks of working for Blizzard? I honestly, like, this is kind of cringe. I love, like, working on Overwatch. I feel so honored to
that's
work
not
on my
cringe.
favorite
You say like, all
thing.
these nice, like, genuine things, and you go, oh, it's cringe. Everybody here, everyone in this room is probably just as obsessed with Overwatch like as you are. You are among your people here. Please don't feel bad.
I
But, like,
appreciate that.
It's so happy. I love that you have so much like energy for the game and stuff. Where like I can tell you love your job. So it's not cringe. Like, but what are the perks though? Like, what do they do? Do they feed you?
They do feed us.
Yeah. And
we are going to BlizzCon. We went to Disney 2 weeks ago.
you went to Disney.
Went to California Adventure. It was really fun.
Wow. Okay. Ram X2? No, guys, no more shipping. Guys, she ships Ram with herself, bro.
That's so funny.
Do you have like Ramattra merch? Whoa! Is it okay to show the camera?
Oh, sure.
Is that Homestuck Winston? He looks like, okay, I don't think he is actually, but like he looks a little bit Homestucky. Look guys, look, Winston, Ramattra, Kiriko. Oh, those are your 3 favorites?
I like Kiriko and I like Ramattra. Winston, I'm obsessed with this charm and the peanut butter and the way that he looks.
Yes.
Yeah, I
He's
just
so
find
cute.
joy.
Actually, I have a book for you to sign. Somebody brought it up in chat. I'm really glad.
Oh,
You
a
keep
book.
talking.
Yeah, I have a lot of merch of the other characters. I used to, back in the day, I used to have like a Zenyatta Ida bag because I just wanted to have
Oh
one.
my gosh,
Yeah.
that's so interesting. I hate Ida bags. That's so cool though.
Wait, what don't you like about them?
They're ugly. I like this sort of like, you know, ta-dun. Okay, I have the opinion that when you like a character a lot, also sorry, I'm not like disparaging you when I say that I hate Ida bags, by the
You're
way.
not-
I'm just
no,
sharing
you're not.
my opinion. Sorry, I'm sorry. Let's say you really like a character from like a show, you know what I mean? Rather than like wearing a t-shirt with like the character from the show, I think it's cooler to dress in like a way that would like encapsulate that character's
yeah.
personality with like aesthetic, you know?
Hey, we got some merch coming out at BlizzCon.
I
I
mean,
want
I
you to
still want
tell
all the
me
merch,
if
like-
you like it or not, based on that feedback.
Bro, you actually walking around with like a Kiriko like jacket and stuff, and it's like actually Kiriko's jacket from the
Yeah,
game.
from the
I think that's
cinematic.
nice, bro. But like some people, guys, I don't know, like Rack Attack had like a Kakashi shirt. I think that's so corny. I'm sorry. Okay,
Damn,
which
the
one is
Kakashi
your
shirt.
signature? Oh, it's cute. How come there's a little? Why is there a little bunny?
Why not?
Oh, do you always draw a little bunny?
Sometimes it's a dog.
Do you have a dog?
I have a cat.
That's tough. Okay, I won't take any more of your time. But
Oh, thank you so much for having
bro,
me.
thank you so much. This was so insightful. 10 more Kiriko skins next season. You heard it here from her directly. She said so.
I didn't. The magic ball produced 10 more.
11 more. 11 more. I'm sorry.
It was really nice talking to you.
Yeah, thank you so
for coming
much.
to campus.
Ta-da-da. Bye-bye. Wait, do you know what Custa is?
Yeah, I can get it.
Yeah, I would love to interview him. He's like my last guy who
let me send him
I
over.
need to talk to. Okay, guys. Next up, we're gonna get Custa, that fucking bastard, and we're gonna find out why they nerfed Tracer again. No, don't say whoa. Don't say whoa. Guys, I'm not blacklisted. They're not inviting me back, all right? We have to ask the hard-hitting questions. Also, hi, Hadi, I brought you up to Megan. I brought you up. Like, I named you after you. And she said, just keep DMing her, which is really funny, considering. You!
Me?
Sit down!
Oh, God. Oh, God, what did I sign up for? Hello?